Are you tired of feeling stuck in the same routines, weighed down by stress, or unsure how to take control of your life? The ancient Stoics had timeless wisdom to help you transform your daily habits and mindset, starting today. Let's uncover 10 powerful Stoic principles that will quickly improve your life and guide you toward clarity, peace, and fulfillment. 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism is the idea that we should focus our energy only on what lies within our control and let go of the rest. Epictetus famously said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This distinction is key to finding peace and maintaining mental clarity in a chaotic world. Why it matters worrying about things outside your control, like the opinions of others, the weather, or global events, consumes your energy and creates unnecessary stress. When you focus on what you can influence, such as your actions, thoughts, and reactions, you reclaim your power and build a sense of inner peace. The Stoic mindset recognizes what's in your control. You can control your attitude, decisions, and effort. Acknowledge these as the pillars of your influence. Let go of external outcomes. Whether it's someone's reaction to your work or the result of a decision, accept that the outcome is beyond your full control. Focus instead on doing your best. Shift your perspective. When faced with challenges, ask yourself, what can I do about this? And act accordingly. If the answer is nothing, let it go. Practical application. In relationships, instead of trying to change others, focus on improving how you communicate and setting healthy boundaries. At work, stop obsessing over recognition or outcomes. Focus on putting in your best effort. In daily life, when stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, use the time to listen to a podcast or reflect. The benefits: this shift in focus reduces stress, builds emotional resilience, and empowers you to act with clarity and purpose. By accepting what you cannot change, you free yourself from unnecessary mental burdens and gain the confidence to tackle what truly matters. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. 2. Practice gratitude. Daily gratitude is one of the most powerful practices in Stoic philosophy, yet it's often overlooked in our modern, fast-paced world. The Stoics, particularly Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, encouraged us to consistently reflect on what we have, rather than what we lack. By practicing gratitude daily, we shift our focus from complaints and dissatisfaction to appreciation and contentment. Why it matters. In today's world, it's easy to become fixated on what we don't have or what hasn't gone right in our lives. This mindset can breed feelings of inadequacy and discontent. However, by making gratitude a habit, we rewire our brain to focus on abundance, leading to a greater sense of peace and fulfillment. Gratitude helps us develop a positive outlook and promotes emotional well-being. The Stoic mindset shift. Your focus. Instead of dwelling on what's missing or wrong, intentionally remind yourself of the things that are going well in your life. Even small things, a good meal, a kind gesture, are worth appreciating. Daily reflection. Marcus Aurelius practiced gratitude by reflecting on the things he was thankful for each day. You can start or end your day by writing down at least 3 things you're grateful for. This helps ground you in the present moment and shifts your perspective. Appreciate challenges. The Stoics even encourage us to be grateful for challenges and hardships, as they provide opportunities for growth and wisdom. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, view them as valuable lessons that shape your character. Practical application, morning or evening ritual. Before starting your day, take a moment to silently reflect on the good things in your life. Alternatively, in the evening, reflect on the positive moments of the day, no matter how small. Gratitude journal. Keep a gratitude journal where you jot down things you're thankful for every day. This simple practice encourages a mindset shift toward positivity. Show appreciation. Take time to thank people around you for their contributions, kindness, or support. This not only strengthens your relationships, but also deepens your gratitude. The benefits. The simple act of practicing gratitude enhances your overall sense of well-being, reduces stress, and cultivates a mindset of abundance. By appreciating what you have, you stop chasing external sources of happiness and start finding peace within yourself. Gratitude also promotes a sense of humility and acceptance, key Stoic virtues, reminding us to be content with life as it is, rather than constantly seeking more. As Seneca wisely said, a grateful mind is a great mind, which eventually attracts to itself great things. 3. Embrace discomfort. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the idea that true growth and strength come from embracing discomfort and challenges. Instead of avoiding hardship, Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Seneca advocated for deliberately seeking discomfort to build resilience and mental toughness. Why it matters in modern society, we often go to great lengths to avoid discomfort, whether it's physical pain, emotional struggle, or difficult situations. This avoidance leads to stagnation and a lack of personal growth. However, discomfort forces us to confront our weaknesses, develop self-discipline, and become more adaptable in the face of adversity. By learning to embrace discomfort, we can build the strength needed to navigate life's inevitable challenges with grace and composure. The Stoic mindset: seek discomfort for growth. The Stoics believed that hardship is an essential part of life, and that we should willingly expose ourselves to it in order to grow. This might mean taking on tasks that push you outside your comfort zone, enduring physical challenges, or confronting uncomfortable emotions head-on. Practice voluntary discomfort. Epictetus taught that by voluntarily embracing discomfort, whether through fasting, cold showers, or physical exercise, we can train our minds to be less dependent on external comforts. This builds mental toughness and teaches us to be content with less. Change your perspective on pain. Instead of viewing discomfort as something to avoid, see it as an opportunity to strengthen your character. Pain, whether physical or emotional, is temporary and can teach you valuable lessons about perseverance and self-control. Practical application. Physical challenges. Try something that challenges you physically, such as fasting for a day, working out intensely, or walking long distances in uncomfortable conditions. These small acts of discomfort can help you build resilience. Facing difficult conversations. Instead of avoiding uncomfortable discussions with friends, family, or co-workers, confront them directly. Stoicism teaches us that avoiding conflict only prolongs discomfort, whereas facing it head-on builds our emotional strength. Practice mental toughness. When you're facing a difficult situation, remind yourself that discomfort is a natural part of life. Whether it's stress at work, relationship issues, or personal failure, remind yourself that this too shall pass, and the experience will make you stronger. The benefits: by embracing discomfort, you build resilience, fortitude, and self-control. The Stoics believed that by deliberately exposing ourselves to challenges, we grow stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever life throws our way. Discomfort teaches us to detach from our desires and comforts, helping us focus on what truly matters. As Seneca once said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. By choosing discomfort, we train ourselves for life's challenges, ultimately gaining greater peace and confidence in the process. 5. Limit distractions. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, and an overwhelming flow of information. Stoicism encourages us to take control of our attention and limit distractions in order to focus on what truly matters. By doing so, we can reclaim our time, energy, and mental clarity, which are essential for personal growth and inner peace. Why it matters. Distractions not only waste our time, but also scatter our focus, making it difficult to be present in the moment or to accomplish meaningful work. When we allow ourselves to be pulled in many different directions, we lose sight of our goals and purpose. Limiting distractions helps us stay on track, reduces mental clutter, and gives us the space to engage in deep thinking and purposeful actions. The Stoic mindset: control your environment. The Stoics understood the importance of controlling what we can, and one of those things is our environment. Remove or limit things that draw your attention away from your goals, whether it's the TV, unnecessary apps, or noisy spaces. Practice mindfulness. Be present in whatever you do. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius recommended focusing on the task at hand without being distracted by external stimuli. When you focus fully on what you are doing, you accomplish more with greater quality and ease. Set boundaries. One of the most effective ways to limit distractions is by setting clear boundaries. Whether it's designating specific times for work, relaxation, or socializing, creating structure in your life ensures that distractions don't take over. Practical application: digital detox. Set aside certain hours of the day or even entire days where you disconnect from your devices and social media. Use this time to focus on work, personal projects, or simply to reflect and recharge. Focus blocks. Schedule specific time blocks in your day dedicated to high-focus work. During these blocks, eliminate all possible distractions. Turn off notifications, close irrelevant tabs, and let others know you're not available. Mindful consumption. Be selective about the information you consume. Only expose yourself to content that aligns with your goals and values, avoiding the temptation to get lost in mindless scrolling or irrelevant media. The benefits. By limiting distractions, you can experience a significant increase in productivity, clarity, and peace of mind. You become more intentional with your time and energy, which allows you to focus on the things that matter most. Moreover, you develop a greater sense of control over your life, which aligns with the Stoic virtue of self-mastery. As Seneca wisely stated, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By limiting distractions, you stop wasting mental energy on things that don't contribute to your growth, and instead you channel your focus on what truly matters. 6. Cultivate inner peace. In Stoicism, inner peace is seen as a vital foundation for living a good life. The Stoics believed that we should not be at the mercy of external events or emotions. Instead, we must develop an internal sense of calm and tranquility that remains steady, regardless of what's happening around us. Why It Matters life is filled with ups and downs, challenges and chaos. If we allow ourselves to be constantly swayed by external circumstances, such as people's opinions or the unpredictable nature of life, we lose our sense of control and peace. Cultivating inner peace helps us maintain stability in times of stress, keeps us grounded, and provides us with the clarity to make thoughtful decisions. The Stoic mindset. Accept what you can't control. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between what we can and cannot control. By accepting that certain things are beyond our influence, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Practice reflection. Daily reflection is a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace. Take time each day to meditate on your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Reflect on whether they align with your values and goals, and let go of anything that doesn't contribute to your peace. Stay present. Avoid dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Instead, practice mindfulness and focus on the present moment. This reduces anxiety and brings a sense of calm, allowing you to fully experience and appreciate life as it is. 7. Focus on what you can control. A central concept in Stoic philosophy is the idea of focusing only on what is within your control. The Stoics believed that we should not waste energy or time worrying about external events, other people's actions, or things we cannot influence. Instead, we should concentrate our efforts on controlling our own thoughts, responses, and actions. Why it matters. When we direct our attention to things we cannot control, we only create stress and frustration. Trying to change or predict outcomes outside of our influence leads to a sense of helplessness. By focusing on what we can control, we empower ourselves to act with purpose and clarity, letting go of the anxiety that stems from external circumstances. The Stoic mindset distinguishes between control and influence. The Stoics emphasize the importance of knowing the difference between what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and emotions, and what we cannot, other people's behavior, natural events, or outcomes. Focus only on the former to avoid unnecessary worry. Accept external events. Events outside your control are a natural part of life. Instead of resisting them or wishing they were different, accept them with calmness and equanimity. Recognize that your peace of mind should not depend on these events. Take responsibility for your actions. While you cannot control everything around you, you can control how you respond. Cultivate a strong sense of responsibility for your actions, ensuring that your responses align with your values and purpose. Practical application. Mindful responses. When faced with a challenging situation, ask yourself, what part of this situation can I control? Focus on how you react, how you manage your emotions, and how you can take positive action. Let go of the uncontrollable. Practice accepting the things you cannot change, such as traffic, weather, or other people's opinions. Remind yourself that these things are beyond your control and release your attachment to them. Set realistic goals. Establish goals that focus on your actions, not the outcomes. For example, instead of worrying about achieving a specific result, focus on putting in your best effort and improving your skills. The benefits. Focusing on what you can control gives you a sense of empowerment and clarity. It helps you eliminate unnecessary stress, allowing you to concentrate your energy on making meaningful progress in your life. This Stoic practice reduces the mental burden of worrying about things outside your influence, leaving you more present and peaceful. as Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." By practicing this mindset, you can create a more purposeful and fulfilling life, rooted in self-control and peace. 8. Simplify your life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is truly essential and eliminate unnecessary distractions and possessions. By simplifying our lives, we can achieve greater mental clarity, freedom, and contentment. The Stoics believed that excessive attachment to material things or a complex lifestyle only leads to distraction and inner turmoil. Why it matters. In a consumer-driven society, we are often taught to value more possessions, more achievements, more experiences. However, this constant pursuit of excess leads to stress, dissatisfaction, and an inability to appreciate what we already have. By simplifying our lives and focusing on only what truly matters, we can achieve greater peace and a deeper sense of contentment. The Stoic mindset: value quality over quantity. Instead of accumulating more things, the Stoics advocated for valuing quality and purpose. Focus on the things that add true value to your life, whether it's relationships, experiences, or personal growth. Embrace minimalism. Stoics practiced minimalism, not just in material possessions, but also in their mental and emotional lives. Simplifying your thoughts, routines, and goals helps you focus on what is truly important and lets go of the clutter. Reduce attachments. The Stoics taught that attachments to material possessions and fleeting desires lead to suffering. Instead of clinging to things, cultivate detachment. Find contentment with less, and embrace the freedom that comes from not relying on external possessions for happiness. Practical application: declutter your space. Take a look around your living or working space and remove items that no longer serve a purpose. Simplify your surroundings to create a more peaceful and functional environment. Simplify your goals. Focus on one or two key goals that align with your values, rather than spreading yourself thin with numerous less meaningful pursuits. This will help you concentrate your energy on what truly matters. Reduce mental clutter. Practice mindfulness to reduce unnecessary mental distractions. 9. Practice. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, as it helps us appreciate what we have rather than focusing on what we lack. The Stoics believed that acknowledging and being thankful for life's blessings brings peace, contentment, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. Practicing gratitude, according to Stoicism, is essential for cultivating a positive mindset, regardless of external circumstances. Why it matters. In a world constantly focused on wanting more possessions, more success, more recognition, it's easy to overlook what we already have. This leads to dissatisfaction, envy, and an unending cycle of striving without appreciating the present moment. Gratitude shifts our perspective, helping us to focus on the good things in our lives, big or small, which in turn increases our overall happiness and well-being. The Stoic mindset. Focus on what you have. The Stoics taught that we should be mindful of the good things we already possess, whether they are material possessions, relationships, or abilities. By recognizing these, we can foster a sense of gratitude that transforms our outlook on life. Practice negative visualization. One Stoic practice for cultivating gratitude is negative visualization. Imagine losing what you have, whether it's a job, a loved one, or your health, and appreciate these things while you still have them. Cultivate humility. True gratitude comes from a sense of humility, Recognize that what you have is not a given, and be thankful for the opportunities and resources available to you, whether they come from others or from life itself. Practical application. Gratitude journaling. Start or end each day by writing down 3 things you are grateful for. This could include small things like a warm cup of coffee, or larger aspects like good health or meaningful relationships. Reflecting on these things helps shift your focus to the positive. Daily reflection. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on what went well, what you've learned, and what you're thankful for. This can help cultivate an attitude of gratitude, even on tough days. Express gratitude to others. Show appreciation for the people in your life. Whether it's through a simple thank you, a note of appreciation, or an act of kindness, expressing gratitude strengthens relationships and fosters goodwill. The benefits practicing gratitude increases mental well-being, enhances relationships, and reduces stress. By focusing on what we have, we naturally shift away from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, leading to greater happiness and peace. Stoic gratitude helps us find joy in the present moment and reminds us of the preciousness of life. As Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." Practicing gratitude allows us to embrace life more fully and appreciate everything we have. Embrace adversity. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is learning to embrace adversity and seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. The Stoics believed that life's hardships are not to be avoided, but to be accepted and faced with courage and resilience. Adversity, in their view, is not a punishment, but a valuable teacher that can help us develop strength, wisdom, and character. Why it matters. We often avoid discomfort, hardship, or difficult situations. Yet, these challenges are an inevitable part of life. Avoiding them only delays growth and weakens our resilience. Stoicism teaches us that adversity is an essential aspect of the human experience, and how we respond to it defines our character and ability to thrive. The Stoic mindset view adversity as a test. The Stoics saw adversity as an opportunity to demonstrate virtue, resilience, and wisdom. Instead of fearing difficult situations, they embraced them as a chance to show their strength and integrity. Accept difficulty with grace. Rather than resisting adversity, accept it gracefully. Remember that every obstacle can teach you something valuable, whether it's patience, perseverance, or how to navigate challenges with poise. Cultivate resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from hardship. Stoics believed in strengthening this quality by regularly facing discomfort, whether through physical exercise, mental challenges, or difficult conversations. The more we confront adversity, the more resilient we become. Practical application. Seek challenges. Put yourself in situations that stretch your limits, whether it's tackling a difficult project at work, facing your fears, or having an uncomfortable conversation. These experiences will help you grow and build resilience. Reframe obstacles. Instead of seeing challenges as setbacks, reframe them as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Or how can I use this challenge to become stronger? Practice Stoic exercises. Engage in Stoic practices like voluntary discomfort, where you intentionally choose to face minor hardships to build mental toughness. For example, try cold showers, fasting, or going without comforts for a day to train yourself to handle more significant challenges. The benefits embracing adversity build strength, character, and resilience. It helps you develop the tools needed to navigate life's inevitable challenges with grace and wisdom. When you approach obstacles with a Stoic mindset, you become more adaptable, patient, and confident in your ability to overcome difficulties. As Seneca famously stated, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. By embracing adversity, you not only overcome obstacles, but also grow stronger, wiser, and more capable in the process. Conclusion: incorporating Stoic philosophy into your life is a transformative journey that can bring clarity, peace, and purpose. By focusing on what you can control, simplifying your life, practicing gratitude, and embracing adversity, you will cultivate resilience and wisdom, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with grace. The Stoics teach us that happiness doesn't come from external circumstances or possessions, but from our internal responses, mindset, and actions. When we align ourselves with these principles, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress, distractions, and negativity, and instead create space for contentment, growth, and a meaningful existence. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So, by adopting Stoic practices, you can elevate your life, overcome obstacles with strength, and find peace in all circumstances. Start small, but be consistent, and the benefits of Stoic living will profoundly impact every area of your life.